How's everybody out there doing today? Well, I hope. Thank you for tuning in to another Alex Pickup. And if you haven't already, do your boy a favor and hit that subscribe button. Sub up to the channel. Also hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop another one of these videos. And also hit the share button. Share this with your friends, family, and loved ones. And also drop me a like and a comment. People that do drop comments, I do respond in a pretty timely manner, and I enjoy the comments because I like to conversate with my subscribers. I've conversated with some pretty cool people, and the one person that I mainly conversate with, you know who you are. I mean, Logan, you have a channel, so it's not like you're like hiding behind the scenes. I enjoy those conversations that we have, so that's peace, really. And also, my last video, I put R.I.P. to Virgil Abloh. Like, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. If you don't know, before I get started, this is gonna be a lengthy video. I have quite a few things to talk about. So if you rock with me, then the time will fly by. I'm gonna have some coffee while I'm doing this. It's 12:53 a.m. December 30th in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee out of my Death Wish coffee cup. I swear to God, this coffee cup is $35 on their website. It's $35 and it's vacuum sealed. I've literally went to sleep for 12 hours before, and I've done this numerous times. Fell asleep. Like, I can drink a whole pot of coffee and go to sleep. That's, I don't even think I have blood. I think I have coffee in my veins. But, it also curbs my appetite. I'm 44 years old, and I'm not getting any slimmer. And, it curbs my appetite. So, it keeps the hunger away, and it keeps the weight off me. So, if you have a problem with the weight, and you like coffee, then you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so this cup is $35, right? And it's vacuum sealed. Pretty expensive for a coffee cup, but let me tell you why. I've been to sleep for 12 hours or more on several occasions and close the top hole, sip hole, come back to my coffee in the morning and drink on the cup that I fell asleep on while I'm making a pot. And it's just as hot. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's like those cups that can keep stuff in ice cold. Like, I have cups that I've woken up in the morning and it's been sitting outside in the summertime and the ice is still whole ice cubes. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Rest in peace, Virgil Abloh died. News has been buzzing around. If you live under a rock or you don't have TV, or if you don't know Virgil Abloh died, then you're definitely not watching this. To go through something as big and as life-risking as cancer and tell absolutely no one. I mean, absolutely no one. No one knew. No one knew. Because if anyone knew, they probably would have treated him differently, for one, which he's used to telling people what to do and where this goes and put this hole there and cut this there and rip this there and I want this color here and place that there. And he also did, not only did he design clothing, not only did he collaborate with Nike and Jordan brand, but he also did staging for fashion shows. Like I've watched a lot of videos on Virgil Abloh. He was an architect. So that would make sense that he would set up for these. Not only would he be starring in these fashion shows as the head designer or the co-director of Louis Vuitton, but when he was doing his own fashion shows, like he actually did all the staging and all the setting up, well, the designing of the venue, of the catwalk and stuff, and how they were going to walk. And like, I mean, this guy was, I mean, imagine being an architect and being one of the top clothing designers to ever walk this earth. If you don't believe that there's any coexistence in being an architect, and he's never designed not one building ever in his life, to being a head fashion designer, you know what I mean? So that's just crazy how those two things worked into his favor, you know what I mean? But to live with something like that in silence, like, I guarantee you, him just being as a powerful, like, he didn't drive his own car, he was always chauffeured around, like, he just I mean, this man couldn't have drank, did drugs, because you know how when you're drinking, that's when all the gossip, that's when all the shit that you should probably be supposed to be keeping to yourself comes out. So you know he didn't drink or do drugs, and he probably spent a lot of time alone. He was already bald, so if he was going through chemo, like, it's all going to come out, and I'm sure you could get more in depth with what happened with him. But he might not have even been doing chemo. He was just way too busy. He probably never took a day off. I mean, chemo takes a lot out of you. He probably didn't do chemo. If he told people, took the necessary precautions to live longer, probably got surgery and did chemo, he'd probably still be alive right now. But Virgil Abloh, just his aura and his demeanor, and just watching him from TV, he seemed like a very, like, stubborn person. Like, he wants things this way now, at this time. Like, he just seems like, and he seemed like he stayed to himself. He didn't go to the parties. He didn't go to this. Because he probably couldn't. I mean, the only person that knew he had cancer was a doctor. And a patient-doctor confidentiality, they weren't allowed to tell anyone. They weren't allowed to tell anyone. So him, God, and the doctor knew that he had cancer. I didn't know of him having any kids, a wife, a girlfriend. Like, this guy, all he did was work. And I just want to say rest in peace. Blessings to his friends, his family, and his loved ones. And you will forever be remembered. You will, in fashion, you will always be remembered and never forgotten in the sneaker community. And unfortunately, you made sneakers that I can't afford. And now that you have passed away, I will definitely not be able to afford them. And it's just sad that, I mean, the resellers are eating this up. Just like they did when Kobe died. And then that evened out. But your collabs with Nike and Jordan were already expensive, so that's going to even out. But that's going to take some more time than Kobe's death with his sneakers to even out. But that's not what I brought you here for. I did just want to speak on that because I did put RIP to Virgil Abloh in my title of my last video, and I didn't even speak on it. And I felt bad, and honestly, like, and for him being a black man and having that much power in fashion, he was loved by everybody around him, and he will be missed. And it's just when I heard that yesterday, it was I don't know. I actually felt some kind of way. Because when I found out that he was living with cancer in silence. Wow. If anybody can keep a secret, Virgil could have. Seriously. Seriously. Ask yourself, could you have cancer and never tell anyone? Could you do that? All right. Now, why I brought you here. These. My LeBron James Grinches. Where do I start? All right, let's start with the box. Do you see this? Do you see that? Yeah. These came from StockX like this. The box that they came in was not damaged at all whatsoever. And these did come from Hong Kong. Here's your China tag right here. That's your China tag. These came from Hong Kong. Actually, Hong Kong is in Japan, not China. So these came from Japan, but this is your Chinese tag right here, even though they were made in Vietnam. The box was. And I'm sure the shoes were too. But and this brings me back to an instance where, if you guys know who Zaya X 0712 is, he does his lives all the time. He has the Zayway, stuff like that. Zaya, I'm sure if you're watching this, you know who Zaya is. He sent in a pair of Jordan 1 Mid Chicago's black toes, and when he sent them, we all saw him box up the package. The box did not look like this, but they sent the box back to him looking like this. So when they received the box, it looked like this, and they would not let his sneakers through, and they sent the box to him and charged him $15 for shipping. They took $15 off his card for shipping. So I don't know how they do things over in Japan, StockX. But, yeah, they let this through. This is one. So, also, I'm going to show you this. You see this? These are an EP. See that? These are an EP. Now let me show you my I did not order the EP. Nike LeBron Witness 5 Grinch. I did not order the EP. Okay? Now, I found out what EP means. I asked one of my viewers, they did not know. So I asked Siri, what does EP mean? Now, EP does not change the visual. Okay, I was going to say physical, but no, it does. It does not change the visual of the shoe. Okay, so there's the one I ordered, which showed you with no EP on the end, and then there's the EP. Okay. Now let me tell you what I found out about an EP, and we're all going to learn something. I'm going to learn you something. Okay. An EP is in a shoe. A lot of Kyrie's, because they use Kyrie's shoes as an example, come in EP. Now, EP gives you a wider toe box, and more rubber on the outsole because they're geared for outdoor basketball. Okay? So they're made with a wider toe box and basically a thicker sole. I did not order that. And I ordered a 10.5. And I tried them on. They're roomy as hell in the toe box. So this guy pulled over a fast one on StockX. I just can't believe they let this box through. And then not only did they let the box through, but they let an EP through when I ordered the regular version. Okay? And let me show you what the price difference. There's a price difference in the EP and in the regular version. Now, the EP, I'm using I'm using GOAT because I can't find the regular version on StockX. The EP on StockX. They don't even have it on there. So how the hell did you let somebody send it to me? You don't even have the shoe on your website. You just have the regular version. But the 10.5 is $89 on GOAT. That's for the EP. Now let me show you the price of what I ordered. Now let me show you the price of what I ordered. This is the price of what I ordered. $300 for a 10.5. $300 for a 10.5. Now imagine if I ordered these from GOAT and I paid, they were $83 on StockX for the regular version. So it would have been like $110 on GOAT. And I spent $300, and they sent me the EPs, and they only resell for $110. You know how crazy that would be? You know what I mean? So I'm not even finding the EP version on StockX. I'm just finding the regular version. So, okay, so that happened, right? If you're still with me in this, far in the video, in the comments, put 2010 in the comments if you watched the whole video. Put 2010 in the comments. I was just looking at the timer. Put 2010 in the comments. So, now you know. EP. If you're ordering a shoe and you see EP, that means it's going to come with a wider toe box and thicker outsole. So there's more rubber on this outsole and a wider toe box. And let me tell you, this toe box is pretty wide. And I got a 10.5. You know what I mean? And I got a 10.5. So, alright, so that happened. That has happened. So then I'm like, I want this resolved. So I actually had them on, and then they like felt like really like big in the toe box. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, so I Google and I find, and I'm like, what is EP? And then I find out that it's a wider toe box and a thicker outsole, geared towards for outdoor basketball. So then I'm like, all right. So then I have them on my feet. So then I take them off. I only had them on for maybe a couple minutes, and me and my wife were eating pumpkin pie, and I must have stepped on a piece, and it was inside the one of these like things back here, one of those, and I'm like, fuck. So then I get hot water and I run them under hot water, and I got a toothbrush, one of my toothbrushes that I use to clean my jewelry, and I'm getting like, and then I got a black dog. I have a min pin, a miniature pincher, and her hair's all over him, and so I basically got him back to DS condition, and I email a contact support on StockX, and this is what they send me. This is what they say to me. Thank you for contacting to StockX support team. My name is Andres, and I am more than glad to assist you with your order issue. I understand that you received the wrong model. Yes, that's what. Okay, that's a word that I didn't use the whole time. Model. I kept saying different shoe, whatever. Model. Yes, I received the wrong model. Yes, I received the wrong model. Okay. I apologize that you are unsatisfied with your purchase. I know it can be disappointing when the item you receive isn't exactly what you expected. In order to investigate, please send us the following pictures. Pictures of the item and the tag, which I did. Pictures of the packaging, which the box that they came in, I took a picture of the box and the label, and I sent them a picture of this box and the condition of this box, showing them that there was nothing wrong with the shipping box, and the shoe box looks this way. I didn't even bring that up in the initial email that I sent to the support team. I could really care less about the shoebox, honestly, but so okay, I apologize that you are unsatisfied with your purchase. I know it can be disappointing when the item you receive isn't exactly what you expected. In order to investigate, please send us the following pictures. Pictures of the item and the tag, pictures of the packaging the item came with, picture of the StockX tag still attached to the item, a close-up and clear picture of the StockX QR code, picture of the box label. I did all that. Once I receive the pictures, I will contact the proper team to investigate. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Kindest regards, Andres. You ever notice they have like the weirdest names? Very different names. When you're talking to somebody from support. Like I deal with Macari, the selling and buying app, Macari. I deal with their support team a lot and stuff. And they have like the strangest names. I think they hire people like based off their names. It's never like John, Tom, Becky, or Melissa, Heather. It's never names like that. It's always some very different, unique, like they were meant for this job, customer service type of name. So, yeah, I did that, and I sent them the pictures, and now I just have to wait for it to be directed to the proper people, and I don't know what's going to happen. But, as far as price, there is a big difference in price of this model and the other model, which normally, from what I read, the EP is always... Well, actually, no. The EP costs more, retail-wise. But in this situation, the regular model resells for more. As you can see, this model, the EP, is going for $89 excuse me, on GOAT. And the regular model, the other model that I ordered, is going for $300 in a 10.5. But that model was only $105 with shipping fees and all that stuff. $105. And actually, this shoe only retails for $100. This was a shoe that LeBron wanted to make affordable. A basketball shoe that was affordable. This is a 2020 model, so it came out last year. But let's get more into the shoe. Like, I really didn't do... I said I was going to stop doing unboxings. And right on the spot, like on video. Because I miss a lot. And the more I keep taking the shoe out and looking at it, I keep finding more stuff. But let's start with the toe box. The toe box is layered. It's actually pretty thick. You can even feel it. It's layered. You see the line, the zigs that go across like this? It's almost like that S. You put the 3 lines, and then you go zig, line, line. Then you go line, line. Then you do the top or whatever. That S that everybody used to make in school. You know what I'm talking about. But this is a very thick cloth. I don't know the proper word I'm looking for. But, yeah, this is a very thick cloth. It's layered. There's like the top layer, and then you have those little diamonds that have another layer underneath. It's not completely see-through. I'm sure it's totally breathable, though. Would make it for a really good basketball sneaker. Then it's like you can see the layers being stitched together with this black stitching right here. Then even the eye stays are a different material. I know they look they look darker, and they're like, it's like a tighter, it seems like it has like some kind of like coating on top. It has like a coating on top, and then the black eye stays that the shoelaces are through, and I think they're through, yeah, they're through this part right here. This is a lot harder than this material, this netting right here. Then you go up to the mid shoe, you have this stitched together to this, it almost kind of feels like a, what's that word I'm looking for? Damn. I can't think of it, but this is even a different material. And then this dark green, this is more of like the Kobe Grinch material right here than this. The shoe has a lot of different materials on it, and you can just basically see it stitched together with this lime green stitching. You know what would be awesome is if any part of this shoe glue in the dark. Like none of it glows in the dark. But look at that, like, let me see. Like, just look at, like, just how it glows. Like, the bottom doesn't even glow in the dark. Watch. No glow whatsoever. None. But then, I noticed right here, there's let me see if you can see it. There's a LJ right here. You can't see that. Let's see where I stick my finger in there if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. But that's a different material. I think that's for actually when you're putting your foot in the shoe, you grab it by this, and you pull. Because it's definitely tight getting your foot in around the midfoot, but then once my toes are on the inside, they're just really roomy. And I wear a 10, and these are a 10.5. So these shoes are really roomy in the toe box, and they have to account for that. That if they realize, if they look up, well, what's EP? What's the difference in the models? Well, he ordered a 10.5 regular model, and we sent him an EP. So it's roomier in the toe box, and there's more rubber on the outsole. And there's a different material right here. This is the same material right here. You see that line right there? Them right here. Then I showed you it has the King James lion with the Nike swoosh that's like painted on there. Don't know how well that's going to stay on there. But these are called the slime greens, and they're also called the Grinches. This looks like it slides, but it doesn't. And then this tongue material has the netting up to right here. And then this material is the same material as this right here on the medial side. But it's a dope shoe. I just don't know what's going to happen with this whole them sending me the wrong shoe. Because, oh, and it also says strive for greatness right here. It says strive for greatness right along here. And then it also has chosen one right here. It says chosen one. Because if they tell me to ship this shoe back, I mean, I have to ship this shoe all the way back to Hong Kong. And then they're going to send it back to the seller. And then they're either going to refund me or they're just going to try to find me the actual version. Like, this should have never passed. This should have never passed. This right here should have never passed. That should have never passed. That fucking EP should have never passed. As soon as they seen EP and looked on the ticket and didn't see EP on my fucking card, like, that's all they had to do. It just goes to show you how thorough America is. And the box is ripped. I mean, look at this shit. I didn't do this. This didn't happen in shipping. The fucking box is pristine. The shipping box from Hong Kong is in better condition than the fucking shoebox. I mean, look at this. It's in better condition than the shoebox. This fucking box is trash. Now, America would have never let this pass through. Never. Ever, ever. They would have never let this shit pass through. So, I'm sorry that it took so long. Like I said, this channel's just about not just sneakers, pickups. We'll chat a little bit. But, yeah, like, so I don't know. This could be a whole fuckfest. And with Christmas coming up, and, like, I mean, from my understanding of how StockX works, I think they're just going to tell me to send them the shoe back. And then after further inspection from Hong Kong, then they're going to give me a refund. And make me order the fucking shoe all over again. Because it's not a visual difference in the shoe. It's a physical difference. Now, if I was ordering an EP and I Googled what an EP was, I would have ordered a 10 and not a 10.5. I mean, I have no plans whatsoever of playing basketball in these, but, I mean, like, give me a fucking break. Like, I don't know. This could be a whole fucking fuckfest. If they tell me to send the shoe back, I don't know. Depends on what they're talking. I don't know. But I just had to get that off my chest. Because I was so excited to get them and to just get such a cheap dope that not a lot of people have, and I haven't seen like any reviews on that shoe. And to be like one of the first to do the review, like, and then to come to find out, like, after I have this shoe on, that it just didn't feel right. Something just didn't feel right. For it being a basketball LeBron shoe, I knew to get a 10.5. And that 10.5, I mean, I might as well have gotten, it feels like an 11 on my foot. So, and I have super narrow feet. So, I just have just crazy room in the toe box. But alright, I could just keep going fucking on about this shit. I really could. Ooh, I needed some nicotine. Alright, man. You guys have a blessed one. I thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, if you made it this far in the video, put 2010 in the comments to let me know that you guys are rocking with me. Alright? Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And rest in peace, Virgil Abloh. You will be missed. I didn't know you, but I knew your mind, and I saw your visions, and whatever you have in that pipeline, like all the artists that have passed away. Do you know 200 rap artists have died in 2021? 200 have died. Probably a handful of drug overdoses and 195 murders. 200 and counting. Like, the year's not even up. I'm sure there'll be a couple more. I could go on and on about that. Maybe that'll be another topic. I'm going to do reviews and talk a little bit. And see if I can get some more engaging from my audience. But, yes. I can't wait to see what Virgil had coming down the pipeline, because every genius has an apprentice, and his work will still continue to go on. So, it's just sad that resellers and people are like, I mean, his Chicago off-whites are going from 6 to, I seen a pair for 120,000. So from $5,000 to 120,000, I saw his shoes going for his Chicago off-white Jordan 1s. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that resellers are like literally basically preying on his downfall. And probably were preying on his downfall. Damn, living with cancer and never telling a single soul. No one found out until the day you died. People found out when you died. Damn, man, that's got to be a tough pill to swallow. That's got to make you feel like, damn, was I ever close to him? Did I ever know him? Did he ever love me? Did he ever care about me? He couldn't have cared about me to never tell me. I mean, imagine what his friends and family are thinking. He's going to be a topic of conversation for years to come with his friends and family. All right. I thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, guys, peace.